Yuki Tsunoda did not get the news he wanted. He worked really hard and has been getting better at Formula One racing, but Red Bull picked Liam Lawson instead. Lawson is younger and newer. He will race next to Max Verstappen in the fancy second seat. People are saying Tsunoda might have another plan though. He might go to a team called Aston Martin. This team now has a super smart car designer named Adrian Newey. He's the guy who made Red Bull's cars so good. After Red Bull said goodbye to Sergio Perez, they waited almost a whole day before telling everyone that Lawson would be the new teammate. It was like a contest between Liam Lawson and Tsunoda. Both drivers race for a team called Visa Cash App RB in the end. The guy from New Zealand Lawson beat the guy from Japan Tsunoda. Now he gets to be on one of the best racing teams ever. They announced this on Thursday. Red Bull's boss Christian Horner said it was a really close decision. Horner told ESPN that the choice was super close between both drivers. He said Yuki is a fast driver who knows what he's doing after 3 years in F1. Yuki did great in a car test in Abu Dhabi. But when they looked at all the numbers, Liam was a tiny bit faster during races. Their speeds in practice runs were almost the same. But you could see that Liam had something special. Even though he's only raced 11 times, he's already shown he's tough and doesn't give up easily. For Tsunoda, who started racing F1 in 2021 with AlphaTauri, Red Bull's sister team. This news really hurt. He had worked so hard to move up and wanted a Red Bull seat for years. He felt really hopeful when they asked him to test cars after the big race in Abu Dhabi. But Red Bull really believed in Lawson's natural talent and how much better he could get, even though Lawson hasn't raced much. His 11 races were as good as Tsunoda's best moments ever. Lawson has shown he's brave by fighting with other drivers. He even battled against Sergio Perez, the guy whose job he's taking at Red Bull. Lawson's confidence and courage make people think he could be really great. But history shows the second Red Bull seat is really hard. Since Daniel Ricciardo left in 2018, the team has tried Alex Albon, Pierre Gasly and Sergio Perez. All of them had trouble because Max Verstappen is so good. When drivers don't do well in that seat, Red Bull gets rid of them fast. But Horner said Tsunoda is still important to the Red Bull family. The people who work on the cars really liked working with Yuki this year, Horner said. He works really hard and we're happy he's staying with the Racing Bulls team next year. Plus, he's ready to help if we ever need him. Some F1 experts don't agree with his choice. Juan Pablo Montoya, who used to race F1, wonders if giving Lawson the job after only 11 races was smart, especially when Tsunoda has raced 87 times. Montoya isn't the only one who thinks this. Johnny Herbert, another old F1 driver, also thinks maybe Tsunoda should have gotten the job instead. But for Montoya, the Lawson versus Tsunoda argument isn't the biggest problem. The real scary thing is what happens to Red Bull without Adrian Newey starting in 2026. Red Bull will have to figure things out on their own when the amazing designer goes to Aston Martin. Montoya thinks this might make Max Verstappen think about leaving Red Bull. If the team can't stay the best, Max might want to go somewhere else. If I were Max, I'd be pretty worried about 2026, Montoya said. People talk about him going to Mercedes, but I think Aston Martin makes more sense. With Newey and Honda working together there, it's the same team that made Red Bull so successful. And don't forget, Lawrence Stroll doesn't give up. If he wants Max, he'll do everything he can to get him. This makes people wonder, could Verstappen leave Red Bull in 2026? That's when the new F1 cars start racing and nobody knows who will be fastest. Montoya thinks it could happen, especially if Verstappen thinks Aston Martin has a better chance to win championships. For Red Bull, this is really important. The team has been so good for the past 4 years because they kept Verstappen happy and winning. Without Adrian Newey and with new rules coming, keeping that success will be really hard. Red Bull is focusing on making their own engines for 2026, and they need to show their star driver they can still be the best team. Meanwhile, Tsunoda doesn't know what to do next. He's staying in the Red Bull system for now, but his dream of being Verstappen's teammate is gone. The Japanese driver has to figure out what to do with his career. With Aston Martin becoming an option, his story might not be over yet. Adrian Newey going to Aston Martin could create chances for drivers who want to work with the smartest people in the sport. And let's be honest, one of the most exciting things for Tsunoda if he leaves Red Bull would be Aston Martin. He could maybe race with Max Verstappen there. Aston Martin will become Honda's official F1 team in 2026. Honda will give them engines instead of Mercedes. Since Tsunoda is supported by Honda, people are already talking about him maybe getting a seat there. But wait, it's not that easy. There are some big problems in the way. First, there's Fernando Alonso. The two-time world champion has a contract with Aston Martin until 2026. He's said this might be his last time racing, but he's also said he might come back if the team is really good with the new rules. Alonso will be 45 years old, but knowing him, he won't quit if he thinks he can win. Then there's Lance Stroll. He's the team owner's son. As long as Lance wants to race, it's hard to imagine his dad Lawrence Stroll kicking him off the team. That's what happens when your dad owns the team. Even if Aston Martin and Honda would be perfect for Tsunoda, there might not be a seat for him, so what then? Other cool options could show up like Audi. They're getting ready to join F1 in 2026. Who they pick will depend on how well Nico Hülkenberg does and how rookie Gabriel Bortoleto grows as a driver. And don't forget about Cadillac, which looks like it will become F1's 11th team with General Motors backing them. This could be a great chance for Tsunoda to be the main driver on a brand new team. We've seen other ex-Red Bull drivers like Alex Albon at Williams and Pierre Gasly at Alpine do really well this way. For Lawson, getting promoted means starting a really tough part of his career. The pressure of racing next to Verstappen and meeting Red Bull's expectations will test him like never before. But with his talent and never-give-up attitude, Lawson has what it takes to succeed. Meanwhile, Yuki Tsunoda will team up with Ishaq Hadjar for the 2025 season. This is a big moment in Hadjar's career after doing great in Formula 2 with Campos Racing. He finished second place behind Gabriel Bortoleto. Hadjar earned his way to Formula 1 through Red Bull's famous junior program. This makes him the 19th driver to graduate from the program since it started in 2001. Hadjar's success comes during changes in the Red Bull family. Sergio Perez left and Liam Lawson moved up to the main team. This gave Hadjar a chance. And his good racing and potential made him perfect for the empty seat. Joining a program that once helped champions like Sebastian Vettel and Max Verstappen, Hadjar has big expectations for his first season. Working with Tsunoda should be really good, mixing young energy with someone who knows what they're doing. As the younger driver, Hadjar will have a lot to learn, but his strong record in smaller racing series shows he can handle it. With Red Bull's resources and a proven mentor in Hadjar has a great chance to prove himself in the super competitive world of Formula 1. In the end, Red Bull's choice to pick Lawson over Tsunoda shows they want to help young talent and take smart risks. But we don't know yet if this gamble will work out. For now, everyone is watching the team as they deal with the challenges of a sport that's always changing. What do you think? Did Red Bull make the right choice, or should Yuki Tsunoda have gotten the seat? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Retry Claude can make mistakes. Please double check responses.